So Rick, Paris Fashion Week 2013, what happened there?
Yeah, it got kind of more of a reaction than I thought it would. I didn't realize people would be paying that much attention to it. So there's nothing I can do to explain it. Either you can relate to it or not. But I think it was genuine. I think it was exactly something. It came out exactly the way I'd hoped it would. It even surpassed it. I think it was authentic to the story that I've been proposing all along. I think it personified kind of the spirit of what I'm trying to do perfectly. So I think it was, personally for me, it was very successful. It felt very true. So that was fine.
Okay, you were talking about some negative issues that were very, very small, and we know, like, very specified. Some women thinking you are not choosing black women the right way, but that was so small, and at the same time, everybody was happy about it. But what was a surprise is that it has been a timing where everybody was starting to talk about the model being not right.
The plus size.
Yeah, talking about sizes and everything. That was a discussion since the beginning of the show of this season in New York. And that was something you were not, au courant in a way. It was not, it went on top of what you were doing and thinking, like, it was all that thinking of answering a question that you didn't know you were thinking about.
Yeah, you and I have never like discussed those things. Like those were something that I was going to tackle or anything at all. It was just based on instinct, and it wasn't analyzed, or it wasn't deliberated or and it was all of those things were peripheral. It was really about the spirit, and it was about a certain amount of transgression, yes, because that was kind of, there are so many rules in the fashion world, and it can be very strict, and it can be very limited, and it can be very inflexible.
Standard.
Yeah, standard.
So you started your brand in 1994. That's almost 20 years from today. Did you see all this happen?
Oh no, not at all. I didn't even have the imagination to think this far, so it's all a lovely surprise.
You are a rock star in your own right.
Well, I think designers have, if you look at the calendar 10 years ago, it was a lot less crowded. Everybody wants to be a designer now. It's a popular thing to do. So,
but only few stand out.
Well, maybe a few hundred. Yeah.
So when did you and Michele meet?
I applied for a job with her through a friend of mine.
What were you doing at the time, Michele?
I was doing a clothing line called Michele Lamy, or Too Soon to Know, in Los Angeles.
It was called Michele Lamy, or?
No, it was the name of the company. I like to say the name. It was called Too Soon to Know.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, you see, it's
nice.
Still too soon to know, or too late to find out.
And this is when you applied for a job?
Yeah, as a pattern maker for her.
You got dragged in.
I got dragged in, and then we did that for a while, and then Michele wandered away, like she wanders, and she wandered into the restaurant business. So anyway, then when we moved to Europe,
yeah.
Michele left, and just left the door open behind her, and just left. Yeah. She just left.
Do you feel you complement each other at work besides your personal lives?
There is no personal lives. It's all the same life. There is something that we have this kind of rule. There is the whole this. Everything is mixed up. There is not like we are not together to make babies, or this kind of babies. And there is we don't believe that you have to dress up for night differently than for the day. There is no life that is personal of work. Or so then that's the common. No, but that was not what you wanted to answer.
Yeah, it was.
That was one. But,
No, that's what I would have answered. I don't know what else I
no,
would
but I
have
know
answered.
because it's difficult to say what is complementing. It seems it's working. So far, every day, we never know.
So what makes you angry, outraged?
Oh, I rarely get outraged. Honey gets
Oh, yes.
outraged a lot.
You get outraged a lot
When was the
too.
last time I got outraged?
Talk about this bag in alligator.
Oh, did it make me outraged?
Outraged. And what make me outraged? When I think like you don't understand when I'm coming from, when I want to explain something.
Yeah.
And because I always go to Methuselah, when I start a story, it's like.
Yeah, one of Michelle's most appealing traits, like we all know, is the way she expresses herself so instinctively. But every once in a while, I'm trying to, like when there's something that I really want to know the answer to, then I kind of try and pin her down on it, and then she senses that and evades me even more. So we do this game of me pinning her down and getting more anal, which makes her more ethereal, which turns into like a big mess. So
I see a lot of art around here, so what are you into? Contemporary art mainly?
personally, I always feel like there's too much stuff. And I'm always going, oh, can't we make it a little emptier? Can't we make it a little emptier? And
Oh, you really say that. And he's buying huge stuff.
well,
For
yeah,
somebody
well,
who want it empty, it's like,
yeah, well, if we're going to buy things, I mean, well, let's get something that's big.
Back to black. So you love this color, obviously. I mean, you're wearing black, your staff is all in black, the stores, everything's black. Talk to me about your love for black, for the color black.
Oh, it's crisp. It has priests wear black, policemen wear black. It has nobility. It has kind of reserve. It's modest. There's so many things about black that are great. Nuns. Who doesn't love a nun? Nuns wear black. So, yeah, I can't say enough good things about it.
The way you've set up your whole store and all your boutiques, everyone is wearing black. This is like a standard.
You know, it's not enforced, believe me. And sometimes I think, we're alienating an awful lot of people. I mean, if you guys could just kind of calm down with the black capes and everything, let's let other people in. But they all look so cute, and it's something that kind of, I don't know, they feel some kind of unity in it or something. And in a way, I don't, you can only control it so far, and then I think, they've got to express what their participation in this, they've got to express it the way they want to. And so it just kind of naturally happened. I mean, it was never enforced, and it was never encouraged. It wasn't really discouraged.
It's a style of embodiment.
It's just one of those things that just naturally kind of fell into place. And when something like that happens, I'm thinking, who am I to complain? And who am I to want to change it? So,
Naturally.
or police it.
So what's your favorite restaurant in Paris?
The one next door. The
Your
closest
answer is very
one.
snappy. It's incredible, huh?
Yeah, it's easy. I mean, I know the answers to all your questions.
yeah.
We've been asked many times, I'm sure, all these questions. Well, listen, I don't want to keep you longer. I know you have a trip today and probably a million things to do before you travel. So this was a real honor. I had a lot of
Likewise.
fun going to bed with you.
That was fun.
And Michele.
You were very tender.
So the experiment worked. Well, thank you very much.
Yay, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Thank you.